Are you listening?
Welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report, your go-to source for all the week's gaming news, nerfed into one show once a week, so you can worry less about reading the news and get back to playing those video games. That's right, the Nerf Report, now available in 3 additional languages, including Sim. Blah 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 blah. Hello blah 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 blah. And on this week's episode, PlayStation buys Insomniac. We go deep inside Xbox. Nintendo shows off their indies. Stadia connects us all. And with the next generation of gaming right around the corner, we finally get a look at what next-gen graphics really mean. But before we talk about any of that, your top headlines. Let's begin with Google Stadia. We are 2.5 months away from the launch of Stadia. And at this point, there are 2 types of people. Those who love Stadia and everyone else. Well, this week, Google held another Stadia Connect in which they gave gamers an update to what games will be available on the new streaming platform. Stadia will now be home to games like Mortal Kombat 11, The Elder Scrolls Online, Borderlands 3, Superhot, Watch Dogs Legion, NBA 2K, Farm Simulator 19, and Cyberpunk 2077. Now, of course, the big takeaway from the Connect was that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming to Stadia. But honestly, Google's Connect just seemed to miss the mark every time. Like, new games are cool, don't get me wrong, but I already assumed that half of these games were coming to the service. I want to see Google talk more about the cool, unexpected features included with Stadia. So, to fix this, I reached out to Google personally in hopes that the Nerf Report and myself could fix the problem. And I think you are going to like what we came up with. Hi, I'm Bryant with Google Stadia. You know, the company that invented the internet. This November, gamers around the world will experience the power of Stadia for the first time. But we understand, our messaging hasn't really been exactly that clear. Or as Twitter user Joey Peterson perfectly put it, wow, could you guys be any more lame? What a bunch of corporate stooges. Smart move. Insult the company who runs the internet and knows exactly what your house looks like thanks to Google Earth.
You'll be hearing from us shortly, Joey.
But the point is, we've heard you loud and clear. So, to improve our messages, we've made some major changes.
The following message is brought to you by Google Stadia.
The future of gaming. You want video games? We got them. Destiny 2? Yep. Superhot? What do you think we are, the Wii U? Mortal Kombat 11? We got all the spine-ripping, skull-splitting violence you want. But what about xCloud? Aren't you afraid of Phil Spencer? F Phil Spencer. You want a tagline, Polygon? xCloud fears Stadia. Some of you have been saying, if I don't have the internet to run Google Stadia, well, quite frankly, this isn't for you. You must be this tall to ride this ride, little kid. Google Stadia, the future of gaming. Get yours today. And Joey, we haven't forgot about you.
Mom? They're still out there, Mom!
Nintendo. This week, Nintendo held another indie showcase. So, without further ado, let's talk about it in a recurring segment that we like to call All the Games Who Are Independent, Throw Your Hands Up at Me. During Nintendo's indie showcase, over 25 independently developed games were revealed as coming to the Nintendo Switch. Games like Trine 4, Kine, Sparklight, What the Golf, Hotline Miami Collection, Creature in the Well, Skellboy, Superhot, Torchlight, Freedom Finger, and Risk of Rain. But easily, the biggest announcement from Nintendo's Indie World Showcase was that the Xbox exclusive Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch on September 27th. You know, most weeks the potential of a PlayStation 5 patent being leaked would probably be our biggest story. But thanks to PlayStation, a much bigger story dropped directly on our laps. PlayStation has bought Insomniac. That's right, Insomniac Games, the studio responsible for such games like Ratchet & Clank, Resistance, Sunset Overdrive, and Marvel's Spider-Man, is now part of PlayStation's worldwide studios. The acquisition was first announced on Twitter by PlayStation, in which they said, "Big news! Insomniac Games is joining PlayStation's worldwide studios. We are honored and thrilled to join forces with this legendary developer. Please join us in congratulating our friends and partners at Insomniac." Insomniac Games now joins 14 other developers among PlayStation's worldwide studios, including Naughty Dog, Santa Monica Studios, Sucker Punch, and Guerrilla Games. And finally, for our top headlines, let's talk about Xbox. This week, Xbox held another episode of Inside Xbox, in which gamers got a look at Gears of War 5, PUBG Season 4, new games, and new updates coming to Xbox Game Pass. And at this point, I think it's safe to say that Gears of War 5 is the biggest exclusive coming to the Xbox this year. And it looks absolutely awesome. Inside Xbox gave us an extended look at Gears 5 new Horde mode, in which gamers will team up with 4 other players and attempt to fortify, defend, and survive wave after wave of enemies, with each new wave increasing in difficulty. Horde mode will initially feature 5 characters and classes, with each character having their own ultimates. Ultimates like the ability to see through walls, invisibility, or call in airstrikes. Gears 5 developer Coalition did confirm that they have plans to add additional characters, classes, and maps to Horde mode post-launch, including a Halo Reach character pack and a Terminator Dark Fate character pack voiced by none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, Inside Xbox did showcase plenty of new games coming to the Xbox One. Games like Surge 2, brand new DLC for Metro Exodus called Two Kernels, Empire of Sin, Wasteland 3, NBA 2K20, Greedfall, Blair Witch, Vigor 1.0, and Borderlands 3. Now, don't worry, Xbox Game Pass also got a little bit of love during this episode of Inside Xbox, as it was announced that Kingdom Come Deliverance, Ape Out, Bard's Tale 4, Blair Witch, Age of Empires Definitive Edition, Stellaris, and Devil May Cry 5 are all coming to Game Pass. Ape Out is my game of the year. That's a fantastic get for Game Pass. Alright, the biggest announcement for this Inside Xbox for me came from PUBG. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds dropped the massive news that true crossplay is coming to PUBG on console. That's right. Starting in early October, gamers on Xbox and PlayStation can all game together. Along with this announcement, we received our first look at the Season 4 Survivor Pass, which will include 100+ rewards, new vehicles, new airdrops, new guns, and much more. Season 4 of PUBG starts on August 27th. And in typical Xbox fashion, they closed out this edition of Inside Xbox with a teaser to their next event, XO19, which is going to be held in London this year. Sorry, Mexico. But put London on notice, because they have some big shoes to fill. I don't know how they're going to be topping this shirtless guy just waving his shirt around the head, but good luck. If you're interested in attending XO19, tickets will go on sale September 24th.
Now for something completely different. Yeah.
The next generation. Both PlayStation and Xbox are hard at work ensuring that the next generation of console is as great as it can be. While the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlett will likely feature extremely powerful specs, backwards compatibility, and 4K gaming, one feature that has been confirmed by both PlayStation and Xbox is ray tracing. And if you're anything like me, you respond to that by saying, "Oh, cool! What the hell is ray tracing?" In its simplest form, ray tracing is the simulation of individual rays of light. This form of rendering allows developers to achieve extremely realistic lighting. In doing so, ray tracing will trace each ray of light and simulate exactly how that ray would interact with real-world objects, resulting in more realistic water reflections, light leaks, and shadows. For example, ray tracing can take an image like this and turn it into this. That is why the next generation of gaming excites me so much. This level of graphics is only achievable through the power of the PlayStation 5, Xbox Scarlett, or a PC. And to be clear, only a couple of games support and feature ray tracing currently, but with the potential of visuals like that. Imagine what games like Uncharted 4, Sea of Thieves, Horizon Zero Dawn, Ark Survival Evolved, or Call of Duty are going to look like. But luckily for you and I, we don't have to imagine anymore, because NVIDIA has us covered. In a series of videos, NVIDIA showcased the power of their RTX graphics card with games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, with and without ray tracing. And Watch Dogs Legion received the same treatment, where ray tracing creates a more realistic world, filled with bright neon lights, high-quality reflections in puddles, and call J.J. Abrams, because that's a lens flare. Now, there is no doubt that ray tracing will revolutionize video games as we know it. But for PC gamers, it does come at a steep price. For example, the entry model of the NVIDIA GeForce RTX is $339. And these things can max out incredibly fast. The NVIDIA Titan RTX is $2,499. That's literally 10 PlayStation 4s. So I'm just saying, prepare yourselves, PlayStation 5. Get yours today for $999. And I guess why this excites me is because when you combine the idea of ray tracing with the confirmed faster load times from Sony, showcasing Spider-Man loading in like 0.8 seconds, the next gen gets so much more exciting. And then pile that with backwards compatibility, cloud-based streaming, and 4K, 8K graphics, the next generation of gaming is going to be absolutely insane. And finally, for this week, we come to that noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. So, in order to cover all the week's remaining news, we must initiate a segment that I like to call Every single week, we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying! So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock, one-handed. And go! Stranger Things Demogorgon is coming to Dead by Daylight, which might go down as the best crossover of 2019. I am definitely picking up that game. PlayStation revealed that their exclusives are probably going to be published on PC. Turok 1 and 2 are getting this fantastic physical edition for the Nintendo Switch. Somebody recreated Crash Bandicoot in Dreams, and honestly, just get that person a job because that is awesome. Sims is getting a wizard update in the form of Spellcast. Somebody leaked the Mortal Kombat 11 DLC roster. The final ones will be Spawn, Joker, and Terminator. I thought we kind of knew about Terminator, but whatever. Destiny 2 cross saves are now live, and Fez is free to play on the Epic Game Store. But we got one more for you. Aloy is coming back to Monster Hunter World as part of the Frozen Wilds update. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Nerfed in 60 seconds, and that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button, and while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. Also, share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappelle. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, check us out on Twitter. Head over to the nerfreport.com where you will find exclusive content not found on YouTube. And also, there's going to be some new shows coming out here, so you don't want to miss those.